Mr. Birkin presents Place Value Part 3, Decimals Expanded. And we're looking at Common Core Standard 5.nbt.3a. Alright, so first of all, let's take a look at what that standard actually says. So 5NBT3A says, read and write decimals to the thousandths using base 10 numerals, number names, and expanded form. Okay, so those are really just the three forms that we learned in class. Here's using numerals. That means standard form. So this is just using your digits, 0, a 7, a 3, a 9, and a decimal point, to write a number. That's what we call standard form. Okay, so standard. Now, we can write it in words. So this would be 739 thousandths. 739 thousandths. And again, when you are writing out to the thousandths place, you need that THS at the end. That is the big difference between a thousand and thousandths. Okay, and when you're dealing with place value, it's very, very important that you know the difference between a thousand and a thousandth. Here's our place values. So here's the hundreds place right there, and here's our hundredths place. And the most important thing right here is that THS at the end. That means you're dealing in decimal numbers. Okay, and really what it means is we're below the 1. We're taking 1 and splitting it into 10 even groups, or we're taking 1 and splitting it into 100 even groups. That's 1/100th. Okay, so back to this number here. We could write it out in words, and that would be word form, but the form I want you to really focus on today is expanded form. That's where we take and we're just going to break this out into its various parts. So I have 0 ones. If I have a 0, I don't need to write it in expanded form. That's one of the nice things about expanded form. Anytime you have a 0, you can skip it. So I'm going to skip the 0, but I've got a 7 in the tenths place, right? And that's tenths with a THS at the end. All right, so that is 0.7, 7/10. Then I have a 3 in the hundredths place. Well, that is 0.03, 3/100ths. And then I have a 9 in the thousandths place. Well, that's simply 0.09. Oops, 009. Ooh, got to be careful with your zeros here. So 7/10 plus 3/100ths plus 9 thousandths gives me the number 739 thousandths. That's it. That's all there is to expanding decimal numbers. It's exactly the same as writing expanded form for a regular number, but now you're working beyond the decimal. So rather than dealing with ones plus tens plus hundreds, you're dealing with tenths plus hundredths plus thousandths. But otherwise, same basic concept. All right, hope that helps.